I'm a brand new drag queen and I'm learning how to do drag so that I can paint self-portraits and my custom looks. Earlier this year, I got in full drag for the first time ever, and it ended up not only being one of my favorite paintings that I've ever made, but it was definitely my favorite creative process that I've ever experienced. The project kept flowing through so many different parts of my creativity, from sewing and makeup to painting and video editing. When I started to get bored of one discipline, I had a brand new one that I could jump right into. It was fierce. I never got bored. I'm ready to start sewing my next drag look for an eventual painting, but first I wanted to step up my silhouette and create my first ever pair of hip pads. With this look, I'm gonna end up making a pair of pants, I think, so the pads don't need to be perfect, but I definitely wanted to make them as good as possible in case I ever wanted the option to have my padded legs out in drag. So I ordered some foam online, but when I got it, it was a lot thinner than what I thought I ordered. I thought I could maybe make it work, but my first attempt at pads was literally so bad, and it's not like my material screwed me over. Like, I got the shape completely wrong even though I did the duct tape method. I bought some new foam that was nice and thick and I started over. This time I was able to use my first pair of pads as reference when I was trying to kind of fine-tune the shape of my body. I wanted to definitely give myself a lot more volume at the top of the cheek, but I also wanted to tweak the proportion of the thigh and the hip area. From my knowledge, drag padding is usually this blob-like Africa shape, but in Boston they did this technique where the cheek kind of dips down and you can get a more natural definition. Plain Jane and Corey King have great drag padding. I think that Camille Yen is responsible for the patented Boston booty. I only had this one photo that she posted on her Twitter as a reference for my shape, and then from there it was mostly guesswork. I think I did a pretty good job on this technique. The cheeks look pretty good from the back, and my hips look pretty feminized and proportional from the front, but my thigh meat sits way too far back on my leg and it doesn't really melt into my natural legs that well. If I did this again, I would try to bring my thigh meat forward so that it would actually sit on the side of my leg, and I would probably spend a little bit more time fussing with the edges and trying to smooth out my pads to make them look more natural. I think that my foam was a little bit too dense because my tights aren't smoothing out the pads as much as they should, and they look a little bit bumpy. But like, also, BBL So Fierce that gave me cellulite. Like, that's realness. I'm sorry. Come back tomorrow when I start making my pants.